Hi, this is Purple. This is one of my more important videos, I feel. I have a very special guest. His name is Thomas, okay? And many years ago, the time period you said was around the 60s, early 70s, you fell in love with a white woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a child.
Absolutely, okay. There's certain questions. This is 100% unrehearsed. I do not know what kind of answers I'm going to get. Okay, I want everybody out there in YouTube land to know that. Okay, basically, you are a Vietnam vet.
Yes.
Okay, and okay, first of all, I want to know, was this before or after you went to the Vietnam War?
Afterwards.
Afterwards, okay. I would like to know, what did you go through, you know, when you fell in love with this white woman? You know, when you said when it became public knowledge.
Her family, at first, they acted as if, you know, they accepted me, but, you know, in the closet, she had her son to hit me with a tire iron.
Oh my God.
To try and beat me with a tire iron. You know, afterwards, you know, it was an Italian family.
Okay.
And we moved to Millville, New Jersey.
All right. Okay.
And the biggest mistake I've ever made was to be around her family.
Okay.
You know, it ruined our relationship.
Okay. That drove you apart. That's what drove you apart. Okay, and you were saying before, it's like, were there other members of the community, like either the black or white community, whatever, did they put in their 2 cents to try to make it?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Friends, neighbors, you know, they couldn't understand why you with this white woman and her family and her, you know, her friends. Why you with this nigga? You know, and it didn't make a difference because we cared for each other.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and I think our feelings grew apart. With, you know, with her family constantly bugging her about her being with a nigger, and my friends and families telling me, why are you with a white woman? You know, and it pulls you apart. You know, there's a battle.
Okay. Yeah, it's like there's a child is there, so it's like, have you been able to keep in contact with the child?
Yes, my family has him.
Okay.
You know, she had other children that were taken away from her. You know, and they were in separate homes.
Okay. Not everything has a happy ending, folks. I'd like to know, because also there's been a lot of blase blah, blue ha ha, rah rah rahs coming from young black men, because I spoke out against abuse. And basically, because another reason why I have an elder here, first of all, I can't speak for black men myself, and on top of that, you're an elder, and I feel that you can give something, something I can't. Okay. There's a lot of abuse in today. How do you feel about today's modern day interracial relationships, as to what you went through growing up? You know, when you were with this white woman.
It was beautiful for me because I really felt something possible for her and I. But today's youth, you know, to keep a woman, you have to be abusive, you know, degrading, you know, just downright disrespectful towards their women. Then the issue of child abandonment. Yeah, yeah. You know, there's no family core. You know, right. It's hit and run, and it's ignorant. Because later on in life, it catches you.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
You know, later on in life, you got to stand in judgment for these things. You know.
Okay.
And me as well. You know, that's why I'm being honest about it. Me as myself, because it bothers me today.
Yeah, yeah.
My children and I had to separate.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, in a way, I abandoned them. You know, my son is with my sister.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to see him. You know, he tells me, you know, that you're not my father. You know, my name is Pope. That's my sister's husband's name. I tried to be there and they wouldn't let me. You know.
Some harsh realities coming in. Woo! Sorry. Okay, I didn't realize this was gonna happen. You know, it's like, cause, you know, when you talk about abandonment, some of these men are willingly abandoning their children, and you did not.
I tried not to, but my family pushed me away, and she took my son and went to another state so that I can have no interaction with him at all. Then when I did see him, he's going to tell me, "You're not my father."
Yeah.
You know, I said, "Well, you know, where did this come from?"
Right.
Before this, and instead of him calling me uncle, I says, "I'm not your uncle, I'm your father."
Right. Right.
Your so-called mommy is my sister, and she's not your mommy. I kept it real with him. I tried to. And when he was younger, it was all right. You know, he knew me. He didn't call me daddy, but he knew me as Harold.
Right. Right.
You know, as the father figure. But my sister says that I was taking too much of him away from his father, and that created a problem between she and I. You know, what the hell are you saying, his father? I'm his, you know, biological. Same blood runs through your vein, runs to his. This man, you know, which I respect him, because in actuality it wasn't him, it was my sister. Yeah, exactly. You know, it wasn't him, because he and I would talk, and it wasn't him, it was my sister.
She just got overly attached to her own nephew.
You know, and she told me it's her child.
Madness. Okay, and also I wanted to ask your opinion. How do you feel about modern day black men who get involved in these interracial relationships? They're high-fiving each other. But then when they see a black woman in an interracial relationship, they're like, bleh.
Ignorance. Totally ignorant. You don't judge a person by the color of their skin, but by the contents of their character.
Exactly.
That's what you're supposed to look for in love. Friendship.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter if you're black or white, but you know, white women, in all actuality, is a more loving.
Okay. You feel that they're more loving?
Yes. They are more loving.
In what way?
They know how to treat a good man.
Okay. There's been some controversies out there. I'm not going to edit that out of my videos. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. You know, it's like, but, you know, that's how you feel. Are you judging this by what you've seen out there? Or?
No, this is by experience.
Oh, experience.
You know, she wasn't the only white woman in my life. You know, there's been several that I was madly, you know, infatuated by.
Exactly.
You know?
That's what counts.
And that all-time color thing tears it apart. You know, you're black and I'm white. Eventually, she don't look at you as the lover, but as a black man.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
You know, and then at the same token, black men marry white women and think they're better than anyone else, and then they meet a black woman down the line, and their whole attitude changes.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, don't judge a person because of their color character, but you judge them by their heart.
Exactly.
You know, despite any color barrier, you know, you deal with it from the heart. You know, and things eventually it works out. I feel it does. Yeah.
You know. Yeah, because also I want to ask about, because it's like, I do know of several black women who are like churchy though. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking of my aunt. My throat's tickly. And basically it's like one thing she taught me, and it's like, I think I had some years to undo this. It was like, get him before he takes advantage of you. And I think basically she came from a world where she saw a lot of men taking advantage of their women. And it's like that, you know, because like what you were saying.
But you see, it's totally opposite today.
Okay.
You find black men more acceptable towards white women, and it basically is all about the Benjamins.
Yeah.
With the big basketball stars.
Oh,
yeah, I got bands and this and that. But in all actuality, who are they marrying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they're not contributing any of that towards the community, marrying someone of their own character.
Exactly.
And I'm not being judgmental. You know, perhaps, you know, white women are more loving, more understanding.
Okay.
A sister, man, she ain't got time for you. She want to shuck and jive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me talk. That doesn't please me. I want tenderness, understanding, something that she and I can sit down and discuss. That's what you look for in a woman, and black women don't have it.
So maybe there's some sisters out there, you know, who are listening, because I have a large black audience out there too, and you know, maybe just, you know, because I'm a female, I'm a woman's liber. I was a woman's liber from the time I was 5 years old. But I think maybe we ought to start looking at ourselves, you know, and see how are we treating our brothers, whether they're our lovers, whether they're our co-workers, whether they're our sons.
And the brothers have to start accepting our sisters as, you know, our part, you know, of life. Not only the blacks, but as well as the whites, as one person. You know, we're one people.
Okay.
You know. Despite the color, love is love.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, love is love.
I second that. I second that. Okay. Thank you for your story, and thank you for your time. This is a very important video.
Okay. If you need any editing or anything, you know, I can come back and we do it again.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you
so
very
much. Okay. How was that?